Hello and welcome, dearest. I'm Grandma Mimsy, and continuing on with the plaid. How do I make this work? I have several. I have more that I'm on the hunt for, and was going to go with the next steps of what can I do to do a mani in a plaid design. And again, I'm going to say this because I can't stress it enough. Do what makes your heart happy. It's your nails. Do the artwork that lights you up, and don't worry about following rules. But I know there are people out there that, hey, I see this, I have it, I want to make it work to do something. Tell me how I can do that. So we're going to continue on. It was this one I was going to do things with. Okay, so here is, nope, plate needs to go there, paper needs to go there. We're getting things a little holly and jolly. So I have scraper, stamper, polish. Now to choose the colors. Okay, one thing I'm going to say, and again, this is going to be another thing I'm going to stress multiple times. For your inspiration, go find you color wheels, color diagrams, and I'll do a thing on color therapy. That's theory, not therapy. Color theory. Go understand what goes into the color combinations that are out there. Number two, you can easily Google up some plaid images and you'll see patterns and other like fabric and designs that go into a plaid that used to be what people would wear, and go see the color combinations from the different clans and other things that were used, that were in fashion way back when and are still in fashion now, and see how those color combinations go together, what shades they used. I need to lean this way a little bit to see the light. And what I am doing is isolating. I'm taking out rows so that, oh yeah, it would help to have illumination on these things. There, that's better. So I'm taking out this line. And don't worry about if you take out something that you think, well, you know, am I doing this right? Just take out what makes your heart sing, or what matches the pattern that you're trying to create. Okay. So we have that there. And then now again with plaid, as I said before, so I'll repeat again in case you didn't see that other video. Plaids are somewhat of a optical illusion that tricks your brain because you think you're seeing something that isn't. So plaids usually have multiple layers and multiple colors. So essentially you're going to paint your base color, and you're going to use that color as your foundation, and then you're going to lay that foundation So you're going to have a color underneath if you so choose. I mean, you can do this bare if you want to do it bare. And then you're going to do your shade over the top, and you can make them be exactly where you want them to be, or you can make it slightly off center where it makes the eye even, where it's more fuzzy to the eye, because it's not an exact replication of things. It's a little off kilter, and because it's a little off kilter, the eye tends to, it's trying to focus on what it thinks it's seeing, and it's not, and then you get the illusion. So there's that. That dried on the stamper, and it needs something to grab, so I'm using the smudge free to let it do what it needs to do. And then I'm going to clean this off. While we're waiting for that to get tacky. And basically I just use 3 colors and the same stamp, and you get the plaid because I use 3 different colors, and they're slightly not overlapping on each other in the exact same place. And I did take out some of the green on the other one. I could have left it in, but you can play around with just one image and 3 different colors. But the simplest thing about plaid is that everyone wants to go, oh, I want to recreate something that, you know, is hard. And I'm kind of like, why? If you're new at this, then you just need 2 colors, to be honest. You could actually just do 1 color. You could find one of the designs that is a plaid image, and you don't have to paint your nail, or you can do a special effects that's like this one that's a very faint shimmer. There's this comes in a 3-piece set, but this is sandbar, and this one is seaweed, and there's a 3rd one that goes to it. You can get the 3 of them in a set, or you can get them all individually, and they're very, very sheer and light. And you could do this as your base nail, your base color. And I'm not going to stamp it or scrape it because I want to pick up the whole shade on the stamper. I want the whole, so you can see just, it's barely sheerly there, but it will show through. And now, okay, so now it's dry. Where's my clean ones? And you can pick a shade that either complements, coordinates, contrasts, or goes along with, however you feel that you see whatever color combinations that you want to choose. Pick one that is a match, and you now have the color underneath, and you have the design on your nails, and that can just be the simplest thing. You could come through and isolate the corners and pull off the parts that you want. If you have a really small nail, just use the 4 and do that towards the tip, so it's leaning more towards a French tip, and you're leaving this blank. As I've said before, the creativity that you choose is only limited by the ideas that you can come up with. So, so we did that one. I'm looking at these two right here. And I want to see which one kind of goes with. Sometimes I gotta think about it for a minute. You know what? I'm gonna go with this one. And I'm painting a little extra on this one because it's the porousness of the plastic that is the swatch. It doesn't necessarily grab as much and do the things it needs to do like it wouldn't be as if it's on your nail. It paints differently, and it's such a sheer color. I wanted to have the extra pop of that. It didn't all stick where I wanted it to, so we just turned it the other way. And then, so we have the pink at the bottom, and we have the yellow in the middle, and then I have this one I'm going to do here at the edge. There's plaid in multiple ways. And what I could actually do, and it's just wacky, I'm just grabbing colors just to kind of give you ideas. Look at what you have on the plates that you have with the shades that you have and run with it. So we have that one. Let me grab the idea is get out what you have, paper, ceramic, swatching sticks, whatever it is that is part of your, and swatching sticks, I mean these things that you can buy, things you can go get swatching woods and other things from the hardware store or the dollar stores or whatever the case. I waited too long on that. But go get things that you can practice on. And then take the shades that you have and just play with the coordinating of putting the different shapes together and writing it down that I'm on this plate number, on this image number, and this polish design, and write down how you did, like on the little sheets that Maniology has. Get those sheets and do those that Maniology shares, or because they have ones you can print out that are the same thing, that are design sheets to plan out a mani. Print those out on a bigger piece of paper where you have plenty of room, and play around and see what style combinations you can come up with that work for you, that you like, and keep track of it. And go, this is the ones I didn't like, this is the ones I did like. Up close and personal, I did 3 different versions. Oh, I meant to do that one green. Oh well, see, I messed up. But you can use one image, you could use multiple images, you can isolate pieces from different images. The world is your oyster, and the limitations, I know I've said this a bunch of times already, are just the things that you can come up with. That I can't stress any other way that it has everything to do with how you play and what you want to play in the areas that you want to play. This is such a fun, and I'm not hugely into plaid, partly because I had to wear plaid and I didn't like it. But you can, I didn't like the plaid combinations, but you can come up with your own. And the more I played with it, the more I did the workarounds for it, the more I liked it. I am trying to decide, because I had something in my head I wanted to do, and then I did the wrong shade on the wrong image. And we dropped it. So I just kind of pieced this together. I really wasn't trying to be specific in making sure everything lined up or matched, but I just pieced it together. So if I go back here, you kind of get that optical illusion. And you could stop at any point, add things at any point, but you're taking away all the pieces that you don't want and adding the pieces that you do want. And I hope that the layering of this, what I would consider is, like I said, pick the bold design to go first. Do the wider lines to go first, because then the thinner lines can go over the top and fill in. Or pick the thinner lines and put the bolder lines around it where you think they could be in little pieces or section. But your best inspiration to this is to go see what patterns of plaid material and other designs exist in the internet search. See what comes up and get your color combinations. And there's a lot with the green and the blue, the green and the red. There's the orange, the white, and the green, the orange, the white, and the red. It just kind of overlaps on a lot of the different shading of things that go where the lines go. So I hope that helps. And it's like on this one, you could go through with a dotting tool, pick up this image on your stamper and use the dotting tool to pull away the parts that you want to not use for a particular shade, like the squares or the lines. But pick away something that is of this design and then stamp that on your nail, stamp that on your tip, and then come back and do a different shade and remove the other parts that you didn't remove the first time, so that now the shade is doing different things. You can mix and match all of these different designs in whatever configuration that you want it to be. So how do you choose? That's a hard part to answer, because like I said, there's a lot of configurations out there. There's a lot of different options of how plaids are woven and created and the designs that happen. And again, in my opinion, the simplest plaid is 2 shades. You have your base color and the top one, and you use one image. You can do what they call a Skittles mani, where you can do a base color differently on each nail, and then do a different design on each nail that coordinates with the color that you have in your finger, and they can all be different. You can do a progression where you have a different piece of something and it gets bigger or smaller in the different directions from the fingers. So you would have a bigger image on the thumb and it gets smaller as you get to the pinky. There's so many building blocks in how you can do this that unfortunately the hard part is coming up with the design, and that has to be a piece that comes from within you of what you like and what you like and what you want to express and what you want to be seen and how you want it to look. This is why the planning sheets that Maniology has, that that these are so fantastic to get and to have, because they allow you to find your creativity. Like I said, you can go on the website of Maniology, scroll all the way to the bottom to where it's green way down at the bottom, and there's things that have different information of the site menu, and in there's something somewhere along the line that says downloads, and you can print out a whole bunch of stuff, nail shapes that you can file your nail, design placement, things like this. There's probably about 5 or 6 different things you can print out from them, and they have additional things that you can get sometimes throughout the year. Like, it's the holiday season, they have a free printable that you can actually color with crayons and other things that can be a family project, just to have something to do with the kids or the rest of your family, or if it's something that you wanted to decorate for yourself and share with someone. So go take what you have, as I said before, and the polish, the plates, and just experiment like you are a kid with the Easy Bake Oven or the Play-Doh, and just play. This is supposed to be play and self-care, as I've said before. So find all the components that you like. As I said before, getting your colors done. If that's something you don't want to do, take all the shades that you have and paint them on a nail and see what it looks like. And take another one and do a stamp and stamp over it with a different color. See what it looks like on your own hand, or on tips that you can put over your own hand, so that you can do your own color swatching for the shades that you like that work well with you. So I hope this is yet again the Stamping 103, the next phase of things that help you in your plaid stamping journey, and that you have a wonderful day. Please be kind, be the best human you can possibly be. Do not let those who are part of the Misery Loves Company Club recruit you, because they're always recruiting. And I will see you soon. Thanks for watching, commenting, liking, subscribing. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye.